This table has become our dumping ground down here. So while everything around us is getting tidied up and organized and inventoried, this poor little table from Costco is just absolutely buried with stuff. I'm going to share with you the 2 questions I always ask myself when I'm deciding whether or not to keep something. And we are also going to explore my new standing desk that's hiding over there. So let's get busy. Some of this stuff is inventory. There's American Girl stuff over here. There's a lumpy sighting right here. All right, so here's another perspective of what we're dealing with. You can see how this has been the catch-all table. I'm going to first give you a tour of all the things I need to go through, including stuff on the floor, stuff underneath, and then I will tell you the 2 questions I ask myself when I'm deciding whether or not to keep something. And one of these I've mentioned before, and one I just learned about on one of the minimalist channels that I watch. And if I can find the creator who said it, I will let you know in the comments. Let's start with some of the leftover book clutter. That really isn't book clutter, so it wasn't part of my purge. I haven't gotten to this yet. Old notebook stuff from the kids. VHSs, these stress me out because I never know. Am I like getting rid of the birth of one of my children? I don't know what this says. And I don't know if we haven't even have a VHS to review this with. Lori, Anything Goes. Oh my gosh, that is comical. That was my High School Musical. I was Lily St. Regis in Anything Goes. That is so funny. And I don't know what this is. Okay, gotta reevaluate those. This is from Clue, Tower of Terror. I think that's upstairs. Harry Potter. I am going to, look, there's nothing even in here. That makes it easier. Oh, just that. I'm going to let that go. Felicity, this is new with tag. I'll have to see about that. This is Angelina's production of The Nutcracker. Guess I'll keep that over here. And these are things that are probably scratched up and bad. Anthony. I wonder if that's music. That's my dad's handwriting. I wonder if these are pictures. More pictures. This is like when Angie did some scrapbooking. These are digital images. This was at the Cape probably 10, 15 years ago. This is a Case Logic book with CDs. This is how Jay and I used to store them. Beatles, Revolver, The Doors. This is Jay's like college collection. Forrest Gump. It's so funny. Paul McCartney. These I'm not going to get rid of, but I'm probably going to maybe put them back on the bookshelf. These I think we're going to get rid of. All of these kind of media things, which I haven't really dealt with media clutter yet. Those are going to get put away. These things I think I'm going to trash. And then the Felicity video, I need to see if that's worth anything. This must have gone to a backgammon game and the bottom is broken. So this is all trash right here. And it's funny, the longer things hang around, I'm like, yeah, not worth it. Just get rid of it. They are all the DK stickers, Ninjago, Pokemon, and there are some stickers still in here, some not. I'll look and see if these are worth anything as a big bundle. Today, I will look using my method that I'm going to share with you, and we'll decide. And the same goes for all of these. These are all American Girl books. I'm so glad that I'm using this strategy because it really, really, really helps me when deciding what to keep and what not to keep. All right, all of these look like memories. Pictures when Angie was little, me in college with my roommates. So I am going to find where we keep our photographs. These are all newspaper articles of the kids. Angie was in the paper for dance. Okay, so this is going to come over here with the media stuff. All of these pens I'm throwing out. They are loose. This is trash. I made a mistake already because I didn't bring down my trash bag. This is more American Girl stuff. I'm not sure how this ended up here. This is camping stuff right here. This is stuff we are going to sell, but we haven't yet listed it. And I have this whole bin right here with more American Girl stuff that we still need to get to. I decided to pause for a little bit because we were overwhelmed with AG stuff. And we're definitely selling it. I sell stuff like every other day for American Girl, but I'm going to put this in here because these still have to get listed. Let's revisit the jewelry that keeps going to a different place. I did take 19 pairs of earrings and I put them in the Buy It Now section of my Whatnot show. I sold 2 at my first show. You can clone items from one show and put it in another show. So I will list those at each show because you can clone them. These loose bracelets, I definitely do not need. I'm going to donate those. Some of these are the Alex and Ani bracelets. So we are definitely going to sell these. So these are a definite sell thing. I'm going to put those here because this is a longer burger basket that I also want to sell. So I'm just going to put these in the other room for Tina to list. I'm not going to go through all the jewelry. I just remember some of the things that I now know I definitely want to sell or I definitely want to get rid of. This Leah Sophia stuff I'm going to sell. Oh, this is sterling silver from Silpata. I definitely want to sell that. I believe the rest of this I plan to donate. This is a brand name I will sell. Honestly, the rest of this planning to donate. And it's, again, funny because this first wave, I was like, oh, some of this is valuable. And now I'm looking through 3 weeks, 4 weeks later. This was one of the very first things that I did. Oh, by the way, this is week number 12. I started this journey on August 4th. I can't even believe it. Donate. Where's my donate pile? Okay, we'll do donate right here. Simo, my mom cleans house and somebody she cleans house for gave this to her. Mosimo is just a Target brand, but I think this is a really cute set for Whatnot, but I'm not going to list that, so this will be my Whatnot pile. Some of the clothes here are off-brand, and I am not going to bother to sell it unless it's really cute or unless it's something I would put on one of the dolls. Yeah, this is none of this is American Girl brand. For a while, I thought, you know, maybe I'll sell that. Someone might like it. But half of my American Girl brand stuff isn't even really worth all that much. This is kind of cute. Maybe I could throw that in as a giveaway with one of the things that I sell. Is this cute at all? That might be cute. Sometimes we'll keep outfits. Instead of leaving the doll naked, sometimes we will put an off-brand outfit. And so, yeah, I'll keep one pair of underwear, one little outfit, and I am going to donate all of this stuff. Look at me go. These are cards that we collected with the kids in Disney. It's called The Sorcerer. I don't know if these are worth anything. I'm going to look those up. This is getting donated too. These were the bracelets. We're going to donate those. This is a totally bogus return on eBay. Some guy claimed this Ralph Lauren Pima cotton shirt was a fake. I didn't want to take the return. And he's like, eBay will side with me anyways, because anytime somebody says it's fake, they side with the buyer, which is true. And then I even called eBay and spoke to them. And he's like, you know, eBay might side with them. And they did. And so I had to take it back. And I hate eBay for that. I really do. That's one of the reasons I get frustrated with eBay. This has to go back into inventory. It's so funny to me, the longer things hang around, the more likely I am to donate them. This is all these little figurines I got at the bins one day. This we need to list as a lot. I actually have these photos already taken. It's just so super heavy. I think I might do calculated shipping on that. More markers. I don't think these are going to be worth anything. I'm going to donate those. I always take home these little orphan agendas. Okay, I feel I've kept you waiting long enough. I just want to share with you the 2 guidelines that I'm using. As I mentioned, one of these strategies I've been using for a while. And the first one is, when I look at these items, is this something that I would purchase at a thrift store today to either resell or to keep for myself? If it's something I wouldn't thrift for $5 or $3 or whatever the going rate is on a particular item, if I wouldn't thrift it today, then there's no reason to keep it in my inventory or keep it in my home space. I've been trying to consume more YouTube videos about minimalism instead of hauls. It's just been good for me. Sometimes I listen to them just before I go to bed. But I heard this one and I wish I knew the guy that did it because I would credit him. If I figure it out, I will put it in the comments. It's the 20/20 rule. If the item costs less than $20 to replace, and it can be replaced in less than 20 minutes, then let it go. Sometimes we may think something is more valuable than it actually is. I think that is a very common blind side for humans. We always think that our stuff is worth more. Even when we're listing stuff as resellers, you think, well, this is worth so much money, until you actually look at sold comps and you realize that it may not be. So 2020 is great because if I look at something and I can hop on Amazon and replace it for $15 in 15 seconds, then is it really something I want to hold on to for a what if? What if I need this in the future? Those what ifs can really add up as far as mental real estate and physical real estate in your home. So as I'm looking through items and checking out what some things are selling for, I'm going to be using those guidelines to help me decide whether or not to keep them. So would I pick this item up at a thrift store to take home for my own personal use or to sell? And can I find this again for $20 or less in 20 minutes or less? You may have something that may not be a high monetary value, but it's very rare. You can't replace it. Maybe it was given to you by a relative, or it was from your travels, or whatever it is. It can't be replaced despite the monetary value. It would take a lot to find that item and replace it. So that might be something you'd want to keep. But if you can replace it in 20 minutes or less for $20 or less, it might be time to say goodbye to it. I have to look up the comps on those, and oh my gosh, this is haunting me. So many people have messaged me. This is what we're going to do. Final answer. Anybody who wants this, this is the knockoff Louis Vuitton. I have probably had 20 people DM me about this, and I've never had a price in mind. If anybody wants this knockoff for $75, DM me. We will do a direct sale because I will not sell this on a platform. It is an inspired bag from Louis Vuitton. It does have some issues. Let me see, where did that go? So you can see it right there. It also has the little wristlet that goes with it. DM me, the first DM that I get for $75, we can do a PayPal transaction. Put that there. I don't think these day runners are worth a whole bunch of money, and this one's a little stained here. I think I'm going to donate that one too. This is another Louis Vuitton inspired. If anybody wants this one for $25, let me know. I'm going to put this over here with that. So these are some of the things I'm thinking about keeping that I haven't talked about yet. These are the music books. When Jay took guitar lessons for several years, and he acquired a lot of these music books through the years. We have a bunch from Dave Matthews. If I were to sell, say, these 3 Dave Matthews songbooks together on eBay, could I replace those for less than $20? And could I buy them in less than 20 minutes? So could I go to Amazon.com or eBay.com or drive down the street and go to Target or to a dollar store or any place, Walmart, and find this item in less than 20 minutes and replace it for under $20? And if the answer is yes, then I'm probably going to let it go, because it's really not worth my time or the money that I pay Tina if it's that easy to replace. I find when I ask myself those questions, it really guides me as I am trying to declutter. All right, so I opened up a couple tabs over here to see if any of these things would be worth keeping. These are the Dave Matthews books. So this is the Step Into the Light. So this is what they're listed for. Then if I go to sold on eBay, there's one that sold for $3.92. So I would say that one is out. Now, if we go to this one, Dave Matthews Band Everyday Vocal Guitar, one sold for $3.02. If I go to listed, there are a fair amount listed. This one they're trying to sell as a bundle, which I appreciate that. That's probably what I would have done. $10.92, $8. I mean, look at all these that are listed. And there was literally only one sold for $3.92. So as much as I love Dave Matthews, I just don't think that these guitar books are worth it. So these are going to get donated. And we can do the same for a couple other things. I grabbed a few other things that were over on that table that I hadn't yet shown you. These are Stuart Weitzman shoes that I either sent to the Real and they got sent back, or I was putting aside to send to the Real. So I thought to myself, is it worth keeping? Or should I donate? Should I send it to the Real? And I searched Stuart Weitzman patent leather croc loafers brown. And the very first sold that came up look just like mine. And they sold for $60. They have, oh, my buckle's a little bit different. You can see that mine has a little bit of a different chain, but that $60 looks good to me. Sorry, I'm cutting off half my face here. My apologies. This is another brown loafer, 30 over here. 28. All right, so we are going to list these. Okay, this is something I was really excited that I found a while ago, and then I never ended up listing it. I think because I had contemplated keeping it, but I think realistically, I'm not going to use it. So this is the Termica Express espresso machine. You can see right here, this person has this listed for $89. I remember being so excited when I got this, and then I backed out because I thought I might keep it. So let's look at some of the solds on these. I have a feeling these are definitely, oh, there's my exact one. Rare Vintage, this sold on August 14th for $100. Okay, why is this in my death pile? So this is parts. This sold for $10.65. These look like, again, parts to the item. Or no, maybe, I don't know what this is now. So $99 for that. Now let's see what is available. 89, and there's 12 watchers on that, but that was listed in April. This is listed for 64, 73. Okay, so there aren't that many listed, and these both are from Canada, and these both are out of box. So I think I could probably list mine for like maybe 109, 119 based on that $99 sold. And yeah, this is taking up a lot of space. So we're definitely going to sell this. This round is pretty interesting and possibly a little disturbing. Another brick in the wall. This is not the disturbing part. Okay, so this isn't a guitar book. It's just a story. So look at all of the options. And then when you go to sold, so not only are the comps not great, but it's also saturated. Then you go here. I'm not even seeing one of these books sold by this author. These are all records. So clearly that is not worth it. That's getting donated. And again, this Acoustic Classics from Led Zeppelin. This is a guitar book, pretty cool. But look at how many are listed. You look at the comps and then you realize it's not really worth my time. So $5.95, $10.53, $6.99, $14.99. That maybe could have convinced me, but no. Nope, it's not selling. Okay, so clearly all of these music books are going. So that's that. This one is super interesting. These were just things that we collected when the kids were little. So this is Prince Eric. This looks like Jungle Book. We have so many. Excuse me, Rapunzel, Belle. You get the idea. Now these cards, I mean, I probably have 50 to 100 right here. If you go over to Disney Sorcerer Magic, this is crazy. I mean, things are selling every day, October 27th, October 26th, Jasmine's card. Now, these are things I probably haven't looked at in however many years. I don't even know when this was popular. So some are obviously selling for low cost, and then these for $10. This would probably be something I would do, like listed as a lot. But of course, I would look through and see if I have any cards that are worth $48 or $100. I mean, we're only on October 18th, and look at all these. This is just crazy. You pick 1 through 60. This is definitely going to take me some time to look through and see which ones might be worth something. But my goodness, I think Jay at one point had these like in a binder. Like I even have some of the clear cards that go over things. This is just going to take time, but I am not going to donate these. I am definitely going to look into those because that could be worth some money. Okay, this is the disturbing part. There was a time with American Girl that I was customizing the dolls. So when we would buy the dolls, for those of you who may not know, I used to work at American Girl. We used to have employee sales, and sometimes we could get dolls really inexpensive, or I would buy dolls in lots when I was big into collecting, and I would keep things, sell others. Anyways, these are eyes from the dolls. Isn't that so creepy? They come in this like little plastic thing. They have the weight and the magnet that makes the eyes open and close. And certain eyes, believe it or not, are worth money. These just look like brown eyes, but if you like specify which eyes you're selling, they can go for okay money. And I know this is so weird. I'm probably not going to sell these, but I just want you to know, sometimes doll parts sell for more money than whole dolls, which is crazy. So these are all the parts. This is just like random stuff you learn. See, now these say brown eyes from New Joss American Girl doll custom parts, light skin tone. This is just a head of doll number 57 that sold for under $40, $10, $20. So sparkle eyes, American Girl sparkle eyes. I don't even know who those belong to. And then the whole doll here, kit, sold for less than $25. A lot of people will customize their dolls and they hand paint the face. I never got into that. But as you scroll down, you can see American Girl doll, brown hair, stained arms as is. We used to get stained arms all the time in the store because people would buy off-brand outfits. This looks like she's got a whole tattoo sleeve, but they would buy the off-brand outfits, then the dye would transfer onto the body and the arms, and they would want to replace the doll, and we'd say there's nothing we can do because she wasn't wearing American Girl clothes, because we would test our stuff. But even if you have a doll that's totally jacked up, you still might be able to get some good money for it. This is just a couple heads. This could freak a lot of people out. She's missing a leg. This is common for me because we used to get the craziest dolls in. Yeah. And then they would take the hair off. Like sometimes you can replace it. I know this is so weird. My point is the eyes might be worth listing because they don't take up a lot of room. They are pretty because they're like a golden brown, and I might get $20 for them. So we might list the eyes because look at all these eyes you can It's actually embarrassing that I even know this corner of eBay. I'm going to continue with this, asking myself the question, and then we are going to clear everything off and see what happens next. We'll see how it looks at the end. This is a basket from my linen closet that I thought I was going to sell. So we're going to look up this picnic blanket with Snoopy, see if there are good comps on that. And then these, I believe, are bed skirts from Ralph Lauren. I'm going to look up both of those. And then honestly, this is just all scarves and things that never made it to anything. This seems like it would be a good whatnot basket. So I'm just going to go through, decide what to sell on whatnot, what I want to donate, and if there's anything that I would list on Poshmark, and then we will free up this basket and we can use it for some inventory storage under that table. All right, really quickly, these are twin sheets. They're both flat twin sheets from Ralph Lauren. This one's pretty cool because it's like a chambray denim. And then the other one is just red, and it just has this little Ralph flag here. But when I looked up the comps, I'm telling you, Ralph Lauren linens can do so well. $85 for a twin flat blanket sheet. $85, Ralph Lauren. That is crazy to me. Just sold on the 23rd. $59 best offer taken on this plaid set. $29, $42.39, and that's chaps. What I am going to do with these though, however, is I'm going to wash each of them because they were in my linen closet for so long. And if you remember, I'd like put them aside, but I'm glad I held on to these because I think these will be good. I think I'm going to list them. Maybe I'll list them together for like $39 and see if they sell, but I am going to wash those. Okay, for the sake of time, I just went through this really quickly. These are all items that I want to sell on Whatnot. These are all items I'm going to sell on Poshmark. Like I found this Laura Ashley vintage wool scarf. It still had the dry cleaner tag on it. This brand has pretty consistent comps, like between $15 and $20. This is a linen brand by Tolani. Thought that was cute. This is new with tag, Tommy Hilfiger, fossil belt. And this just said saddle leather. And some of the comps on these were pretty good. These are all things I'm donating. Some of these scarves were from my mother-in-law. She gave them to me years ago. Some I've kept, some I've sold. The last of them here I'm donating. Some belts I'm donating because they're either not leather or they don't have a brand or they're worn. And then lastly, some of the wool scarves in here, they're beautiful. They're not marked as wool. I could probably sell these at my Whatnot sale. This one's kind of nice. This might be a good one. But these are literally from an estate sale from 2021 that I haven't processed yet. So anything that I'm going to sell that Tina's going to end up like steaming and photographing, I'm going to put back in this basket. That's going to my donate. This I'm going to bring upstairs and hang for my Whatnot show, which is on November 12th. Okay, also with regards to these items, this Franklin Quest, I thought it was Franklin Covey, but it's Franklin Quest. Some of the comps on these are pretty good, like between $25 and $35. Mine has a little bit of wear, but we can buff that out. Probably $20. So we're going to sell that. This is unbranded, and some of the glue is coming apart. Just not the best, and Lord knows I have plenty of these. This Parazul, I think I got this for $1 in Pennsylvania. Comps just aren't there. So this is going to get donated as well. This is so much fun because my donate pile is growing and my table is starting to clear off. I think I'm going to donate these Italian books because these are heavy and bulky and I don't feel like holding them in inventory. Sometimes you just need a couple extra weeks to decide you're really done with something. Also, I looked into these, what these would sell for. I mean, most of these are used. I'm just getting rid of these too. Getting rid of all these sticker books. Gonna donate all those. Oh my gosh, the amount of books that have left my house in the past couple of weeks is actually unreal. All right, really quickly, like literally 3 minutes. I have my coupon. Jay is donating all the things that I showed you, and I'm just trying to see if there's something I would like for above the new desk, because I have some like holes from tax, and I'm just not crazy about it. This is actually really pretty, but that's $30. I just need something to cover up that mess. I would also like it to be lightweight. I really like this that says Our Family. I love this aesthetic and this frame. Cute. However, I feel like it's more of a workspace, so that's kind of cute. I don't really see anything that I love. This Boston one is kind of cute. That's super lightweight. That one's heavy. Yeah, sadly, I'm not crazy about any of these, and I don't want to force it. Making a donation here. It's all going. Awesome. Back from Savers, we dropped off some stuff. I did not see a picture that I felt compelled enough to take home with me. Now I'm back and I'm already finding more things to donate, but that's okay. We had an opportunity to go, so I went. Another Dave Matthews songbook. This is construction paper, just letting that go. Some of these Radio City Christmas Spectacular programs are worth some money, but I didn't find one in particular on this, so that's going to go. This Nosedive Black Mirror, I think was given to Anthony in some sort of like a Christmas swap, but he never opened it. Comps aren't great, so that's going to go. This book right here, Chase the Dreams That Make You Nervous, Priority Planner. This is a Rachel Hollis book. I mean, she's kind of not at all on the up and up now. She's had a lot of controversy around her. However, the planner sold for like $25. So we are going to list this because it's new. This is our little basket of things we're selling. This is Lumpy when he's fresh and he gets into the American Girl stuff, right, Lumpy? These Top Secret books we're going to sell as a lot. Those also have some decent comps. So I'm going to put these over here. This is so cute. I think when my kids had like Polaroids when they were little, they just took pictures of a bunch of things. There's my father-in-law when he was younger. My in-laws, my brother-in-law. This is old. Look at me. Oh my gosh, and Angelina. I bet Anthony made this little book. So I'm going to put this with the memories. We can definitely get rid of a bunch of these, but I'm not going to throw this all out just yet. These are beads. I'm going to donate envelopes that I've been moving around every year after Christmas. The envelopes we don't use, donating that, donating this notebook. I was going to do a listing for all these little notebooks, but they're just not anything I'm really interested in. This is all creative memory stuff. This is going to be its own episode, so I'm just going to put these aside with my CM stuff because I'm not ready to tackle this yet, but I'm going to get it off the table. This whole tower here is creative memories, so when I'm ready to sell all this stuff, this will be its own week, I'm sure. There's John Cusack, one of the greatest movies of all time. Say anything. Under my table here, these are all items that I bought for Amazon that were sent back to me. These are listed in multiple quantities. These purse pets, and Gabby's Dollhouse. I will probably delist and relist these, recount them, make sure I've sold a couple, but make sure I have the right quantity on hand. And that might be a good listing to refresh for the holidays. Anything that I have that's in inventory and listed, I'm going to put under this table because we've kind of run out of inventory bins at the moment as we're going through so many of the doll things. But I'm going to put everything under here. So over here is listed inventory, and anything that's unlisted that needs to be listed will go in the other room. This I am going to sell as a bundle. Molly's Art Studio. I ripped out the couple pages that Angie had colored on when she was little. Then we also have a Molly Halloween, Molly's Magnetic World, and then Molly's Paper Dolls. I'm going to sell this as a bundle. You can see everything has a tote scan, and that is all inventoried items that have been accounted for, but like I cleared out this whole space over here. These are the two Louis Vuitton inspired bags, and this is more donations. So I'm going to clean up these last few things and then we will see what it looks like. Also, I was giving some thought to having this caddy on this desk right here, but it's way too bulky. This is also going to be donated. This has been hanging around for a while. Keep trying to convince myself to keep it, but I don't want it. So more donations already. All right, I have been so excited to share this desk with you. Oh my goodness, I ended up just going with one of Rocco's paintings. That over there on the left is a label maker I purchased months and months, like probably 8 months ago, when I thought my current printer died. The printer I have right now has lasted over 4 years. It's very finicky, but it's still going strong. So this is the Flexi Spot desk. And this is a standing desk. There's Flexi Spot right there. The company was also generous enough and they sent me this ergonomical chair. I cannot get over how comfortable this was when I was sitting in here. My favorite part is this little back support right here that kind of pops out. You can see how it pops out. Just kind of helps with your posture. These also swing out when you're getting in and out of the chair. It's also adjustable. You can lock it into the setting that you want. I was so excited just for the desk, and then they also sent me the chair. I decided to go with a dark color because I'm going to be shipping over here. They also had like a light wood and maybe a white, but I thought that this would be more appropriate for a shipping station here. Remember, we had the broken ping pong table. Sometimes I can't believe how far this basement has come in these 12 weeks. It has just a little pop-out drawer here. So I have some poly mailers right here, some thank you stickers, and a little tape measure. I'm sure this will fill in. I'd like to get probably a little rolling cart similar to the one we have upstairs that we can store more mailers down here and some boxes. I borrowed this from my bookshelf because I always like a little green to just make a little space seem homey. This is the showstopper right here though. My husband has a standing desk, but it is not automatic like this. So I can just lower this automatic and it goes down and it shows you the height. And then I can go up if I want to stand. It also has these USB ports, and it also has the little one. What's this one called for the iPhone? So it has 3 ports here that you can attach your electronics to, and I believe you can pre-program different settings so that you can just press a button and you know, like depending on who's using the desk or what you're using the desk for, you can set it at a certain height. The desk that I have in the studio has my light box on it. So I've never actually had a functioning desk in this area. And it's just so practical to have this for myself or for Tina. Oftentimes we come down here and you've seen us before. We're sitting on the rug with my laptop, like going through items, and we don't have to do that anymore. Huge thank you to Flexi Spot for sending me this desk and chair. I am so excited to have this in my workspace. I will leave all the information in the description if you guys want to give them a try. Ask me any questions too, because I've just started using this and I'm enjoying it. All right, so if we just pan down from my inventory wall to my clear tabletop, it makes me so happy. I know Tina's going to be happy on Monday. Anything that's under the desk is in inventory and it is accounted for. So there's no open-ended things over here. Everything has the Tote Scan. It's in inventory. Sometimes when I take a step back and really pan across this space, I can't believe what it looked like on August 4th and prior to when I started my Slow Fashion Friday journey. It's just so much more peaceful now. I still have clutter. I still have more American Girl stuff I need to go through. That Pac-Man machine still has doll stuff over there. I still have the Creative Memories things I need to address. And I still have on top of the pinball machine. But truthfully, this just feels so good. We are actually hoping to pick out a rug this week. We're going to replace the rug. We may bring the entire studio over here and line all of these walls with my inventory. And then that would mean the couch would go in the other room. So we're not sure about this yet, but we are contemplating moving everything out here because we have natural light out here. And now we have this beautiful desk from FlexiSpot, which I can now sit over here and do work. I love also that it's between two windows. So the desk itself has a lot of natural lighting. That's a huge pro for bringing all of our inventory out here. But I love this look right here. So the only thing that this table is missing is Tina's yardstick because she loves to measure things with her yardstick. So there we have it. When Tina comes in on Monday, it will be all cleared off except for her yardstick. Everything inventoried under here. A new desk if we want to start shipping over there. Everything in inventory. We're getting there, everybody. We are getting there. Okay, everybody, that is it for Slow Fashion Friday today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I had an energy about me today that I was like feeling really good about getting rid of stuff. We made one trip to Savers. I even couldn't bring myself to get one of those cute Boston paintings to bring home. I ended up using one of Rocco's like childhood paintings for above the desk for now. Big thank you to FlexiSpot for sending over this incredible desk and chair. It is so unbelievably comfortable. This ergonomical chair is so wonderful. Already I'm starting to use this just by sitting down and being able to run comps and have a nice functioning desk right here in my workspace. This desk is amazing. I will leave a link in my description if you want to check it out. I also love the idea of having a standing desk because I spend so much time sitting and editing or listing. Anytime that I can stand up and move around a little bit is really wonderful. And I'm excited to have my label maker down here and have a whole little shipping station right here in my basement. Next week is week 13 for Slow Fashion Friday. I am going to be doing a recap and trying to gauge like just how much I've actually gotten rid of, how many things from my death pile or just from things around the house that I have found to list, what things have sold since I started this journey on August 4th. It's going to be a little bit of a recap video, and then I plan on continuing my Slow Fashion Friday videos through probably the week before Thanksgiving. Then I'm going to take the holidays off. As you know, in December I do Happy Holidays and I do some form of a haul every day for the first 10 days of December. One of my days is going to be just walking around my house and randomly finding things to sell in the moment, and that will be fun. So they won't all be hauls that I'm taking home. Some of my hauls will be what I'm getting rid of because I have to keep the spirit of Slow Fashion Friday alive through the holidays when we are at an all-time high during the year of consuming and taking things into the house. So I just want to be cognizant of that, but there will be no Slow Fashion Friday videos from the week before Thanksgiving until the end of the year. And then when the kids go back to school, probably the first or second week in January, I'll start back up with Slow Fashion Friday, which will bring me into Thriftless February. So that will be really great. And I think by March, I'm going to be in really, really good shape here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you're decluttering this week. Thank you so much for your continued support with Slow Fashion Friday. I love reading your comments and I love getting rid of stuff. Did I just say that? I love getting rid of stuff. It's been so wonderful. I look forward to the trips to Savers. I really am enjoying the space that I'm getting back in my life and in my business. Here's to taking care of business one corner at a time. I will see you guys soon. Thank you, and I love you guys, and thanks so much for your support. Take care. Bye.